Hello. In this video, we'll talk about creating an interior design rendering. So in this case, we're going to talk about how to create this in Revit. So let's go ahead and start opening up Revit. We're going to create all these different elements. So when we open up Revit, the first step is to create a new project. So in this case, I'm going to click here on New. Then I'm going to search for under Browse. I'm going to look for a template. In this case, I'm going to look for the residential template because I'm going to be doing a residential project. So I'm going to click Open, just press OK, and it's going to open this new template. The new template, it usually comes from preloaded items. In this case, we can see it already has this, several sort of plans. It has several things already sort of set, such as elevation heights and so on, and some components that we'll see later on. The first step is to start creating that room. And as we remember, we talked about, we're going to create all these different things. So in this case, I start with the walls. In my case, I'm going to go to architecture and the top ribbon, I'm going to look for walls. The shortcut is also WA. So by pressing WA or that icon, I can create a wall. The second thing is you need to first decide the type of wall. In this case, we have different options. I'm going to be creating a single room. I'm going to be creating a bedroom. So I know it's interior walls, but I can also choose different walls. But in this case, I'm just going to go with an interior partition. So you can see it has several materials aligned to it. But for now, I'm going to keep it as is. I'm going to look at my base offset, it starts at 0, and I'm going to look at my height, it goes to 8. I'm going to change this to 10. So think about the height of your room. I'm going to go a little bit higher, I'm going to go 10, 12, so that I can have a 10-foot ceiling, which we'll add later. There's two ways of creating your walls. You can do it as a line, and you can just draw lines. Or you can also use some of these shapes. In this case, I'm going to go with the rectangle, and I'm going to draw a rectangle like this. Right now, as you can see, I was not too precise with my measurements. I just simply created a rectangle. In Revit, when you select one of the objects, it creates these temporary dimensions. You can make them permanent by selecting this, and now they'll be there, but for now, I just want them to be temporary. These will basically give you temporary information. And you can see that where this line is heading, this dimension line, is going to the center of the wall. So right now it's dimensioning from the center to center. But I want to get my dimensions from inside the room, from the finish. I'm going to click on this dot to move the witness line. I'm just simply clicking on it. You can see that it moves. And I can simply move that around if I want to be outside and so on. Now I can see that I have this number. So whatever wall you select or object you select, that is what's going to be moving. So in this case, I know that my interior, I want it to be 15 feet. So I'm going to write 15. In this case, I don't have to write feet or inches because automatically the settings that I have is 15 is going to be detected as feet. So I'm going to go with 15 and it's going to be there. And on my room to change from this side, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to click on this so that is from the interior, and I want it to be around 13 feet. So I'm going to go with 13. There you go. So now I have this 12 by 13 foot room.